I am all in 100%. Man, I'm salivating thinking about what this man's role can be. Probably one of my favorite rookies going into 2021.
Look at the release.
There's your separation.
Great route.
Stutter and go. Gets by clean.
That is unbelievable.
May be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Generally, rookie wide receivers don't do that much, but like I'm with you. I'm like more excited about some of these rookies than I have been in current seasons. And I think Terrace Marshall is certainly that guy.
Yeah, Terrace Marshall has been getting a pretty decent amount of pop from Panthers camp too. Like this is a player that I think they need to have a role in year one. You know, not that he's going to supplant DJ Moore or even supplant Robbie Anderson or anything like that, but there's been a pretty steady drumbeat out of Carolina that he's had a great camp and that he might be ticketed for their big slot receiver role, which is where he lined up last year in 2019 in his reception perception sample. He lined up inside on 78.2% of his snaps. So it would be like an easy natural transition. And again, guy that's played at LSU, knows Joe Brady's offense a little bit. This is a 3 wide receiver offense. Terrace Marshall, I think, can just walk right into the number 3 receiver role. And again, because he's been having a good camp, we should probably follow that drumbeat. Like I think he could be their red zone receiver, their big slot receiver. You know, we talked about a couple of episodes ago that DJ Moore has never really been that guy in the red zone. Maybe Terrace Marshall steps into that role. And here's the deal, man. Good college player. Especially you see the flat success rate, the slant success rate. He was really good on some of those quick change of direction routes there in the middle of the field from the slot. Also a vertical burner, good success rate on the 9 route as well. And just overall 81st percentile success rate versus man coverage. Very limited reps against press, 8.2% of his routes against press coverage as a collegiate player, but really thrived in those reps. So we'll see. I think he has the ability to play outside a little bit, but if they're primarily going to use him as their big slot receiver, you know, that's just a juicy role for him.
What it makes me feel like is, and I was hinting at this last week, but when I think about Terrace Marshall and his role in this offense and what he can do, and again, we're talking about a big slot man who ran a freaking 4.40 with a 39-inch vertical. This dude's got lateral quickness. He has short area burst. He has long speed. He has whatever you need to get done from an athletic standpoint. Good hands, and as Matt has detailed out here, you know, pretty good route runner when he's asked to run certain routes, right? I just think, man, it really, for me, it caps what DJ Moore can get done. He's never been a red zone guy. The touchdowns have always been kind of sort of an issue that has plagued DJ Moore. I think Terrace Marshall just walks right in and becomes like Sam Darnold's favorite new toy in the red zone. I really honestly believe that. And just with his size and speed, ability, I think Robbie Anderson's going to get some work. But, man, give me this dude right here, Terrace Marshall. I am all in 100%. Because you look at the depth, all the things that you said, you look at the depth chart, you look at the usage, you look at the 3 wide receiver sets, the athleticism, the college tape, he knows the offensive coordinator, all of those things. My God, Terrace Marshall is set up for success. And here's another player that you can get extremely late in drafts as well.
I think he'll probably still be 4th on the team in targets, right behind Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. But this was a very voluminous offense last year. Terrace Marshall's being drafted outside the top 60, top 70 receivers. So it's fine to take the flyer as a late round guy, especially if this positive drumbeat keeps up. Very similar to Claypool last year. Like he forced his own opportunity because he was just too good to be kept off the field. I think Marshall could force opportunity there as well, which might cap the upside of a guy like DJ Moore. Like I haven't thought about this. Like I moved Terrace Marshall up to, you know, wide receiver 69, wide receiver 70 range there, like as a guy that, again, that's way ahead of in consensus rankings, by the way. Like he's very down there. So he does fit the bill here. I think that like it is worth asking if I'm going to continue to move Terrace Marshall up, which I'm not sure if I am. I do think that has to move either one of DJ Moore or Robbie Anderson down.
This is an offense that threw to wide receivers the 22nd most in the NFL. Now, I get it. They're still going to run a lot of, three wide receiver sets. I think that there's going to be more volume in the passing game, as Matt mentioned. I'm with him 100% on that. I think Sam Darnold, much bigger arm, more aggressive thrower, can also kind of sort of, take the cap off of this offense too. And man, I would just not be surprised if Terrace Marshall ends up, moving around the formation more than those other guys. Man, I'm salivating thinking about what this man's role can be in the offense. He's probably, to be honest with you, he's probably one of my favorite rookies going into 2021 because I
love it.
I love the college tape. I love the opportunity that presents itself. And I, of course, love the athleticism. And then now, when you take a look at some of the RP data on him as well, it's just all of it's just starting to really add up. And the camp reports are helping too, man. So I'm very bullish on Terrace Marshall this year.